This video is sponsored by Grapevine. They are an online platform dedicated to connecting YouTube channels with brand sponsors. Check them out by clicking on the link below. Are you having trouble sleeping at night because of bad cable management? Did I rip you a new hole on Setup Wars because of your bad cable management? Or do you just have some really shitty cable management? Well, if your answer is yes to any one of those, then you came to the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, the video you have all been waiting for: how to cable management tips and tricks. Everything I mentioned in this video will be linked down below for you guys. So in this video, I'm going to be going over two of my favorite cable management types. The tuck it in, which is the cleanest and my personal favorite, and the let it hang, which is a lot easier but not as clean as the first. Recently, I completely redid my cable management, and you guys can check out my full setup tour by clicking on the card in the top right corner. I basically transformed this into this, and the reason why I have one cable hanging down is because my desk is motorized and I need cable slack so that it can retract as it rises. I'm gonna show you guys what I did, and you can do the exact same thing for your own setup. First things first, you wanna start fresh. Completely remove everything onto your desk and make sure to dedicate half of the day at least for this task. You don't want to rush this process. The more cables you have, the longer it will take. You will need a cable raceway. The one I picked up is 48 inches in length, which is perfect since my desk is 72 inches long. You can always cut this to fit your desk length since it's plastic. The next thing you want to do is figure out where everything is going. Do not stick anything against the desk yet. Just sort of plan everything out. Once you are set on how you want to mount the raceway, peel off the 3M tape in the back and stick it on the roof of your desk while applying pressure. Start moving the cables around, figuring out how you are going to route them through the raceway. You don't want to just shove cables in there. You guys need to have a system. In my case, I run the cables from the top of my desk in a straight line into the raceway. Using these cable clips ensures that your cables follow the path you create for them. If you have charging hubs, power bricks, or receivers of some sort, it's time to bust out the 3M tape. The one I always use is from Scotch, and they have some really strong adhesive. So I stuck some on my Philips Hue RGB receiver and sneaked it between the raceway and my table. As for the power brick, I did the same thing. I applied 4 squares, one in each corner, and stuck it against the roof of the desk. Again, using cable clips ensures that your wires are following the path that you are creating for them. Once majority of the cables are planned out, it's time to attach the most important piece, the power outlet. I personally use these Oracle ones for several reasons. They double as surge protectors, they are lightweight and flat, which makes it extremely easy to stick, and they have 5 USB charging ports, which is perfect if you need to power certain devices. Before you mount the surge protector, it's always a good idea to hold it in place and make sure that all the plugs can reach it. In my case, I found the perfect spot, which is in reach of all the other cables. I also hooked up my charging dock into one of the USB hubs and proceeded to connect the rest of the plugs. Using Velcro straps can help bring the cables together for a cleaner look. That way they are not spread out. Like I said earlier, create a system or a path, if you will, that your wires will follow so it looks organized. The MVP here is the cable raceway. Definitely a huge difference from before. Let's take a quick look at the before and after one more time. If you have a regular desk that doesn't rise like mine, then you can even route that last cable on the roof as well, and you won't have even a single cable in sight. Alternatively, if you don't have that much time or don't care about being perfect, you can simply pick up an IKEA Signum rack, install it under your desk, and just pile all of the cables and power outlets on it. So my next cable management method is called the let it hang version, and it isn't as clean, but it will transform the typical setup from this into this. For this, you will need an Omni mount cable sleeve. You can start from the PC side and start grouping the cables together as you work your way down, wrapping them all together. Once you get to the halfway point, this is where you need to start routing the power cable from the PC and the monitor through the same hole so that they can be connected to the power outlet. Proceed to wrap the rest of the cables. Now, since this is only 40 inches long, there will be times where you will have a lot of cable left over, as you can see in the video. What I usually do is open up the sleeve a little bit and fold the remaining extra wires and stick them back inside. The Asus monitor I'm using has this power brick, which is really annoying, so what I did was attach 2 pieces of 3M tape on the back and stuck it on the roof of the desk. To finish it up, I used some Velcro straps and tied the cables together near the end and the beginning. Adding Velcro straps for your PC's cables are also a really great idea so that they don't flare out. Finally, we need to hide that ugly surge protector. The cable box I'm using is from Blue Lounge, but there are other much smaller versions available. The one I picked up can practically fit any sized power strip. Open it up, dump the surge protector in, route the cables off to the side, and close the lid. Just like that, you have a much cleaner look. So what if you have mounted wall monitors or TVs and don't know what to do with those cables running down? Well, you can pick up some OmniMount cable management covers which will hide those cables. I don't have any wall mounted monitors or TVs on my wall, so unfortunately I can't show you a demo. For headsets, it's tricky depending on what headset you have, since the cable needs a lot of slack every time you put them on and hang them. So what I do with wired headsets is wrap the cable around the headphone hanger. And finally, for the smartphone, even adding something like a simple phone stand really contributes to a really clean desk setup. Here's a full before and after. So if this video helped you guys out, please leave a like to show your support. And if you're going to be working on your cable management after watching this video, make sure to write down in the comment section which method you're going to use, the tuck it in or the let it hang. I also want to give a huge thanks to Grapevine for making this video possible. Grapevine is a platform dedicated to bringing quality sponsors for YouTube channels. They have a category that fits your YouTube channel, whether it's beauty and fashion, technology, cooking, or something else. I've actually used them many times before and still use them today, so if any of you guys are looking for sponsors for your YouTube channel, be sure to check them out. I'll go ahead and drop a link down below to them along with all of the parts I mentioned in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.